Welcome to the Bucher and Friends podcast, co-starring 10-year NFL veteran and Super Bowl champion, Will Blackmon.
Manning from the end zone. He throws, and a deflect away, and it is picked off by Will Blackmon, the former Giant.
Tim Dwight watches it hit, bounces, picks it up at the 10, slips a defender, fumbles the football. It's up for grabs. It's covered in the end zone by Will Blackmon for a Green Bay touchdown.
And now, here is your host,
Might send it over to Rick Bucher.
Rick Bucher.
Welcome to another episode of Bucher and Blackmon, subsidiary of Bucher and Friends on the United WeCast Network. I'm Rick Bucher. He is multi-year NFL vet and Super Bowl champ, Will Blackmon. You can catch him on NFL Game Day Live, Sundays on NFL Network, and on Twitter at Will Blackmon. You can read my stuff on Bleacher Report and at Rick Bucher on Twitter. And you can follow the show on Twitter and Instagram at Bucher Friends. Also, first of all, just want to give a shout out to everyone. Happy holidays. I'm not sure exactly when this podcast is going to run. So if you are listening to it on Christmas Eve, or right after Christmas, Will and I think I can speak for both of us. We wish you all a happy holiday. Appreciate you following the show and being part of our growing audience. Also, to you, Will, and to all my friends out there who listen to the podcast, you will not be getting a Christmas card from us. You will be getting a New Year's Day card from us. Because, as we discussed on a previous podcast, my wife decided to go back to the drawing board on what that card was going to consist of. And so we're still working on it. And hopefully we'll have it out sometime soon. So there you go. Will, first of all, you mentioned in our last podcast that you went to was it an NFL holiday party? What was it?
Yeah, it was the NFL Network holiday party.
Okay. Now that's sort of a work party. Did it feel like a work party or?
It did not feel like a work party.
Okay.
Yeah, it was at the Fairmont, the bungalow in Santa Monica.
Okay.
It was a huge outdoor venue. It was about 1,500 people there.
Wow.
Yeah, it was pretty nice, pretty snazzy.
How many people actually work for NFL Network?
Well, it was a +1, so
Got you.
I'm sure there were some +4s there.
Yeah, no doubt with an event like that.
Yes.
And any other holiday plans? Any grandiose holiday plans?
No grandiose. We're gonna have Christmas right in our house. No one's invited.
Nice. We're actually doing the same. We did some major remodeling on our house, and so we've been eating dust for about a month, and we finally
You sound like it.
Yeah, no kidding. That's not why I sound the way I do, but maybe it is. Maybe it took a while for all the dust to settle into my lungs, and that's why I'm feeling a little under the weather. But no, we're not completely done, but it's now livable, and so we are. I will say my wife went out to lunch. So my kids go to a private school. Both of them go to a private high school. And it's how should I put it? It's kind of a shishi high school. And so she went out to lunch with some of the mothers of my son. And they were talking about the things that they were going to do for the holiday. Okay. And like one of them said, "Oh, we're going to surprise the whole family. We're surprising all the kids. We're going on a cruise to the Caribbean." And then another one was, "Oh, you know what? We're buying new snowboards for everybody, and we're going to Park City, Utah." And my wife was just laughing because we're not going anywhere. We spent our coin on redoing the house, and we're going to hang out at the house and enjoy the way we redid the house.
But even if you didn't, like, you would go somewhere, like, for what? I don't get that.
I don't know that we would do anything that extravagant. I know a friend of mine, and I know people that will go to like Hawaii or go somewhere warm and tropical if they happen to live someplace that is not. If they're in Chicago or back east or whatever, getting away
I can see that. Yeah. I can see that. Yeah.
You obviously live in Southern California. I live in Northern California.
People come here. That's the thing.
Yeah, exactly. Although, I don't know. The travel is crazy, obviously, this time of year. but I flew into Chicago and then to Vegas and then home, and it really wasn't that bad. I don't know whether I missed it or I still got out early or the flights that I was taking. I always like to take the first flight out, but I wasn't feeling the craziness of the holiday travel that I've experienced before. Anyway.
Yeah. There you go.
So
I've seen it driving on the 405 here. It's been out of control.
Yeah, I saw the traffic, the LA traffic around Thanksgiving. That was murderous. All right. So we are going a little bit off the beaten path with this podcast in that we wanted to have an opportunity to talk about something a little bit different than what we normally do. And so we decided we were going to talk about, and I think we've discussed it once or twice before here and there, but John Libby, our producer, thought that we should dive deeper into our all-time favorite sports movies. So I picked 5. I asked you to pick 5. I also wanted to get I don't know how much a moviegoer you are, but I wanted to get your best and worst from this past year. Do you make a point of seeing?
I am not a big movie guy.
You are not?
I'm not a big movie guy.
Okay. So do you have a favorite this year? A best ever or a best of the year?
We just saw The Grinch. That was really good.
The new Grinch?
Yeah.
See, this is a difficulty that I have. There's so many remakes that...
But this one was cool because it wasn't as dark and it was well done. I think it was Benedict Cumberbatch was the Grinch. That was good. I still like the original cartoon, the old school one. Like that's my favorite one still. And Jim Carrey did an awesome job with his remake. So
yeah, but that one, you talk about dark. That one really was a little freakier. Like if I was a kid, that one would scare me more than the original.
It would, but that's why people were reluctant to see this one because of what happened that last one. But that's why that last one was so good.
Yeah. Okay.
The worst movie I have seen this year was The Meg. I feel like they cut me off short there.
Really?
The Meg.
You thought it was going to be scarier or?
Yeah, exactly. Like Jaws type scary. The Meg. They could have went no, at all.
What?
They could have went so left with that. That had so much potential, and I left there feeling so disappointed.
Yeah.
My son, he's 7. He was like, man, dude, this was cool, but gosh.
Okay. So you went to see The Meg, which is about what? Some super shark.
About a megalodon. Right? Yeah, a megalodon. Yeah.
And your son walks out going, okay, Dad, that was good, but like your son should have been shaking his boots.
He was disappointed. No, he loves sharks and dinosaurs, prehistoric stuff. That's all him. Like our daughter went with us to see Jurassic World, and she was chilling. The lady next to me was freaking out, and our daughter was relaxing. She was in heaven.
Really?
Yeah.
That's not a good sign, though, that if your son is going to see some shark on steroids and he's like, Dad, that wasn't enough. And he's 7. I don't have a worst movie of the year because I don't get to see a whole lot of movies. So I'm not an early adopter when it comes to movies. I need to know that movie is going to be really good. And I'll see it late. I'll see it after everybody's seen it in order to make sure that I'm not wasting my time. I did that once and this is, to this date, the worst movie I've ever seen. It's the one movie that I spoke out in the movie theater. Like normally I'm big about respect everybody else's experience, etc. The Curious Case of Benjamin Button. Without question, the worst movie. First of all, way too long. And
I didn't even bother to go see it.
Yeah, well, we had a date night with I think 2 other couples.
I saw small Brad Pitt and I was like, I'm good.
No, and I wish I didn't choose the movie that night, and it was just it was all parents with really young kids, and we were just all excited to get out and have dinner and go to the movies. And at one point during the movie, I could not help myself. I said, "Oh, come on!" like out loud, probably that loud
really?
In the movie theater. It was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. Anyway, so since then, I do not waste my time. I make sure that my movie choices are very well vetted. Best movie I saw this year, without question, Black Panther. I could go see that 2, 3.
I still haven't seen Black Panther.
Oh,
it's right there on Netflix. I'm waiting to click on it. I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah,
I'll watch it. Yeah, for me, I haven't seen that one, so it was Avengers: Infinity War. That was good for me. And then Mowgli was really good. The Legend of the Jungle, pretty much the Jungle Book remake. That was really good.
Right.
A lot of these movies we see, it's either our kids have recommendations, or it's just something for like my wife and I to go or if bonding with my son. Like, let's go do something. That's kind of what it is.
I took my son and 2 of his buddies to Black Panther. That's how I ended up going. I want to see Vice and The Mule, but I don't have enough intel on those to make certain that.
I still haven't seen Venom, which I am extremely disappointed in myself.
Venom?
Yeah.
I heard that's awful.
Is it really? Yes, you heard?
That's what I heard.
Because I love Venom, and I'm a Tom Hardy fan, so.
I heard it was bad. But.
Yeah, it must be, because I heard nothing about it.
Yeah. All right. So, let's go to our sports movies of all time. Top 5. Do you have a list?
I have some, but man, a top 5?
Is that too many?
Is
that too many?
No, it might be too few. I got to start with Hoosiers. Okay.
Also on my list.
These will be reordered, but I have Hoosiers on my list.
Okay.
I also have. I got a couple of basketball movies here. This is funny. I got Hoop Dreams.
Okay.
I have Blue Chips.
Oh no, you don't. No, you don't.
I love Blue Chips. I do. That movie is the truth, okay? That is about Zion and RJ Barrett. That is the truth.
Well, there is a certain degree of truth that this is the difficulty, and this goes the same for Hoop Dreams. And I had a chance to play pickup with the guys from Hoop Dreams in Chicago at the Moody Bible Institute one year.
That's cool.
The problem is, and it goes to the remake thing, which is they were terrific when they came out, but there's been so many versions of them, similar versions made since. And one of the reasons why Hoop Dreams didn't make my final list is because at the All-Star game last year, I saw a movie called A Shot in the Dark, produced by Dwayne Wade, and I'm trying to think who else was in on that. But Dwayne Wade was one of the producers, and it's about Orr Academy, and it's about a kid who got shot, who I ended up meeting. I went to the premiere and met the kid, got shot in the leg, and it's about this Chicago high school and the number of guys that end up in jail or shot or student. I mean, just you don't fully appreciate. I mean, I think the average person does not appreciate what it's like to go to high school.
The authenticity of it
in Chicago. Yeah. I mean, it was phenomenal.
And you didn't get that. You didn't get that in Hoop Dreams at all. All. You just got some of the struggle from, you got some struggle, but you didn't get for real. You didn't get thrown in there like, this is for real what it is. Look at these are my eyes. You just hear about it. You saw it.
Right.
I feel you in that. Okay. I got Miracle on there. Miracle was good. Don't even try it. Look at your face. Rocky IV.
How deep is your list?
Remember the Titans.
Okay.
He got game.
Okay.
So I'm gonna cross out. I got Jerry Maguire on there too.
I love how you're doing this live during the podcast.
No way. Look.
No. I know you have the list, but you're figuring out what your top 5 is, right here. We were discussing it. All right.
I don't know.
So
if I could, it'd be all football movies.
See, you know what's funny is in my top 5, other than Hoosiers, and if I put Shot in the Dark there, well, I guess that's 2 out of the 5. I was going to say I don't have any basketball movies.
What do you have? Like Major League and
no. See that. So here's the thing. So for example, Talladega Nights, the Ballad of Ricky Bobby, is technically considered a sports movie.
Come on, man.
Just like Major League is considered a sports movie. But I think when you have sports movies that are so comedic, they're a joke, I can't put them in the realm of my top 5. It loses something. Because now you're just
it's like
doing
me putting
for gags.
That's like me putting Happy Gilmore on there.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't have those included. I don't include those. It has to have some semblance. I have to take the sport element in the game, in the movie, seriously. So, Hoosiers checks that box. Bull Durham, as funny as it is, it checks that box. Any Given Sunday, it checks that box. It checks that box. It checks that box.
Carry on.
You don't think so?
Gosh.
You think it's too extreme?
It's not top 5. It is the premier pro football movie, sure.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I guess I'm going to take that. $1 Million Baby.
That was very good. That was very, very, very good.
That one I choked up.
That was a choke. I was going to say, that was a tearjerker.
That one got me. That one got me.
He said it got me.
And then, so if I have Hoosiers and I have Shot in the Dark, I have Bull Durham, I have Any Given Sunday, and I have $1 Million Baby, that knocks Jerry Maguire out. And I can appreciate the Remember the Titans and He Got Game. That's my top 5. I can't. I'm Friday Night Lights. There's a lot of other ones that I would not hate on anybody for having in their top 5.
I like Friday Night Lights better than Any Given Sunday.
I can see that. And, again, it comes down to, I feel like I've seen a multitude of versions of Friday Night Lights since Friday Night Lights.
Like North Dallas 40? Is that what it's called?
North Dallas 40 was the original, but that was not the high school football. That was Dallas Cowboys.
Right.
That was the Cowboys and all the craziness.
Wildcats, that's not on there for you?
Didn't quite make it. Didn't quite.
Necessary roughness.
Yeah. So have you winnowed it down? I gave you my top 5, and we're just going to leave it at top 5. I mean, people going 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, because I'm gonna need to think. Okay, Hoosiers, I'm gonna circle it. Hoosiers, yes.
Okay.
Hoop Dreams is out. Remember the Titans, definitely. Okay. Oh, you know what I did see? I'm gonna add this to the list. How about that? I saw the movie Rush, the Formula One movie. That was really good. You're hating, dude. Ricky Lauda. Nicky Lauda, sorry. I said Ricky. Okay, Hoosiers, remember the Titans, Miracle, Rocky 4.
Why Rocky 4? Wouldn't you at least go with the original?
No way, 4. Okay, 4.
Why
so
4?
Hoosiers, remember the Titans 4. That was just the best one, though. The best. He had the best opponent in that one too. He was a straight villain. So I got 2 America versus Rushers on my list. Okay, I got Miracle and Rocky. Remember the Titans, Hoosiers. Oh, you know what?
Are you keeping Miracle in there?
Miracle's in there.
Miracle's in your top 5.
That's not leaving at all. Who do you play for? Again.
Yeah. No, I get it. The actual story to me was, you're never going to beat the actual story.
Oh, stop being. You are just like an old man.
Yeah. All right. So what we got? Where are we at? Remember the Titans.
Hoosiers, Remember the Titans. Rocky 4, Miracle.
All right. So no Rush. Rush didn't make the cut.
Did not make the cut.
He Got Game. Did not make the cut.
He Not Game. Did not make the cut.
All right. So the other thing I wanted to get to in this podcast is, since we have the holidays, there's a number of etiquette questions, and I want to get your take. I want to discuss these things. When you're around people that you kind of know. This is not like your wife, someone that is very close to you. It's someone that, a friend or an acquaintance or a distant relative, and certain things that should you or should you not point out to them? Are you doing them a disservice by not pointing this out? Like, for example, you're at dinner and someone has something hanging off of their chin that they're
point it out
while they're eating. Point it out, not point it out.
Point it out.
Without question.
Without question. Like, hey, you got little something right there.
Bad breath.
It depends who it is. Oh, you know what you do? You actually you walk out in front of them. You eat a piece of gum and then you kind of like spill the rest. Like, oh, sorry. hey, you want one? You want one? Something movies that
You can just offer them one. You don't have to spill the pack.
No, if you offer them, that's like deliberate. Like, yo, you are
okay.
You need some work, bro.
But it can be a little subtle. You can have a piece. Hey, you like one? And then if they go, no, I'm okay. You go, no, you.
But you have to eat a piece yourself. Otherwise, it's like.
All right, body odor, whatever it might be. And the reason I was reminded of this, my flight from Vegas back to San Francisco, the guy sitting next to me, it wasn't, overt. It was just kind of the smell of someone who hasn't showered in a while. It's as you would say, a sort of mustiness. And so it's not something.
Do you point out BO?
Well, I mean.
Well, you can point it out, but they can't do anything about it.
I know, that's why. But again, is there a certain body odor that if they could do something about it, if there's anything that under the heading of body odor?
No, because I don't even call my personal friends out on body odor. It's kind of like.
Do you have friends that you would call out? Does somebody immediately come to mind where you go, oof, yeah.
Yeah, I had a friend who did struggle with that, and I would just slowly introduce hey, and I got this new cologne I've been using, or
did you? Really?
I got this cool products. Once a month, I'll kind of introduce a product.
Huh. If he's listening to this, will he immediately know who you're talking about?
Probably not, because if you have BO, you don't know.
No. But if he's like, oh, so that's why Will was always dropping different colognes and deodorants and things. I thought he just was buying extras. Had no idea.
Oh my gosh.
Nose hair. Someone's got a nose hair.
No, I don't really know. I had never really seen anybody with nose hair close to me.
My daughter, for whatever reason,
she has nose hair.
No. She's constantly inspecting mine. Dad, whatever.
No.
Yeah. She's made me so self-conscious of it now. I bought one of those
little nose trimmers.
Yeah, nose hair clippers. Right? Just basically, I had it, but I use it on the regular now because she's she likes to get real graphic with it. Oh, Dad, that thing's glistening. Man, yeah. I think daughters in general are very
blunt.
They're very specific. Their attention to detail when it comes to their dads. I don't know if anybody out there can relate, but mine, yeah, she's constantly inspecting my appearance. All right, something in their teeth.
Yep.
Automatic,
yeah, for their sake.
Yeah. The second do you see it, you point it out, or do you kind of wait for that moment where you can kind of break in and go, and do you actually say something?
Yeah, I'll wait to see maybe they'll keep eating and it'll go away, or maybe they're still finishing that meal and it goes away. Sometimes, for example, go back to the thing with the food on the lip.
Yeah.
Sometimes my wife will have food on her lip, and she knows it's there, and she'll finish that bite, and then she'll get rid of it. She knows it's there. Where me, I see it immediately, and I'm like, okay, get it now. She's like, I know it's there. I know. I'm like, okay, well.
And do you say something, or do you do the gesture
I'll say something.
Okay.
If it's just she and I'll say something.
All right. If it's not you, but let's say it's the Christmas dinner, and you two are sitting there, and there's 8-9 people around the table.
Yeah. I'll give her a little, little smudge.
Have you ever had an embarrassing moment when it came to that? Food in the teeth, something on your hair, something where you go after that you discovered after the fact, and you went, oh my God, I can't believe no one told me.
I don't know.
You never had that?
Dude, I'm a DB. I forget a lot of stuff.
Look,
I forget a lot of embarrassing moments.
I had a date once where we went out and we had Mexican food, and full on, might have been a first date, if not a first date, second date. We were going out and spending some time together. It was at that stage, and I came home, was getting ready for bed, and went to brush my teeth, and I had the husk of a black bean over one of my, not one of the front teeth, but one of the side teeth. And I was like, you have
Like your canines?
Yeah, just maybe one or two beyond that. The side where if you talked, you saw it. And it almost made it look like the tooth was missing. I was really embarrassed. I'm thinking, I spent the entire night and she never said anything. And there's no way she didn't see it. There was a little bit of trust lost. That relationship didn't last very long. Felt she didn't.
Yeah,
have
no, I never had anything like that. I'm actually way too aware of things that's going on with myself. Like I'll feel any kind of food on my face. I'm always like self-scanning my teeth. You know, like if I have something, if I take a sip of water, I'm always swishing around. I'm too like self-aware of all that stuff.
It's self-conscious. It sounds like you don't
sure
want.
you could.
Yeah,
sure. You know, I just say aware because I'm not embarrassed. It's just uncomfortable for myself. You know, like for example, I'm very, very fortunate. I never get any kind of acne or pimples or anything. I never get that stuff. So if I even feel a little dot or anything on my head, I lose my mind. I go right to my wife and I'm like, yo, get rid of this.
Wait a minute. You go to your wife and say, what's she supposed to do?
She gets rid of it.
What do you mean she gets rid of it? She's going to pinch your zit?
She gets rid of it, yes.
She pops your zit?
Of course she does.
Wow.
That's love.
That is an intimate relationship right there. That's good stuff, man. That is good stuff. That defines.
She has the right technique. She is like right under the root where it never comes back. And then she dabs me with the clear sauce. She was like, all right, you're good.
Wow. Impressive. See, I don't know how much value this had. I thought it would have some value for our listeners, and I thought it would just be fun. But I knew at some point we were going to learn something that we wouldn't learn otherwise. It took us a while to get there, but we finally struck home. We struck gold.
Is it?
That is good stuff. All right. That is it for this episode of Bucher and Blackmon. As I said at the very top, Will and I are wishing all of you a very happy holiday, a very happy holiday season. And don't forget, you can follow Will on Twitter at Will Blackmon. Are you going to be busy during the holidays? Are you still going to be tweeting, or are you stepping off for a little bit during the holiday?
Yeah, I'm going to step off for a bit, give it a couple of days. Since let it breathe. Just spend time, hang out, let it breathe. Especially after, not only because of the holidays, but after my devastating fantasy loss the other day by 2. I would have rather gotten whooped by like 30. I lost by 2 points on one pass.
Oh,
that is
awful. Devastating.
By the way, my 5th movie is White Man Can't Jump.
You're just throwing that in at the end. Okay.
Yeah.
Did you? By the way, who were you
that
playing?
Other wrestler?
What? I saw The Wrestler. Yeah. It was a nice comeback for Mickey Rourke in his career, but
yeah. So who was I playing against?
Yes.
My neighbors. It's all the dads in the cul-de-sac right here.
Oh, okay. So this wasn't like an NFL Network thing, or
no, I wish it was, but it's my neighbor, and I see him. I got to see him every day now, and he's like, "Yo, I beat the football guy."
Wow. What was the prize?
I think it was $1,000. I think we all put $100 in.
No,
his prize was $1,000. My prize was pride.
Yeah.
Because this was gonna be a walk-off win. I was gonna win this and never play fantasy football ever again. But now I need to come back with a vengeance.
Okay, so why were you going to give it up after this?
Just because I want to go out on top.
Had you played? How many years have you played?
This is my only second time ever playing. I played in 2010, and I retired after that, and then I came back in 2018.
Did you win in 2010?
No, that's why I retired.
You didn't like it. No, what dragged you back?
Well, I retired because I was in the playoffs, and I had to choose between Michael Vick and Aaron Rodgers. They were my 2 quarterbacks.
Okay.
I chose Aaron Rodgers because I was playing against Michael Vick. So I can't pick Michael Vick.
Right.
Michael Vick put up damn near 50 fantasy points that week against us. He destroyed us, and that was the same game Deshaun Jackson had that touchdown, that punt return walk-off.
Oh.
And I was like, you know what, dude, I'm done with this. And Aaron Rodgers played like trash. And I lost. I was like, this is so stupid. Fantasy football is stupid.
Yeah. But now
and so my neighbors were like, hey, come on, be part of the neighborhood. Be part of the cul-de-sac. Let's do it. I'm like, all right, I'll do it.
And then done. You came in second.
Came in second.
And now you're going to have to play again.
That's it for Bucher and Friends.
That is it for for Bucher and Blackmon, subsidiary of Bucher and Friends, part of the United WeCast network. We're wishing all of you a very happy holiday, and hopefully you did better. You won your fantasy football league, and if you choose to, or championship, and if you choose to walk off after it, you can do so with a clear mind and a clear conscience. Will Blackmon does not have that luxury, and so he will be back next year. But thank you so much, Will, for sharing all of that with us. And I don't know when we're going to talk to you again. The next time we will, though, it will be Ryan Hollins and I breaking down everything from the Christmas Day games to all that's going on during the holidays in the NBA. In the meantime, thanks for listening. Happy holidays. We'll talk to you on this. Here we go. All right. Jesus, that sucked.